Hi, my name is Maisha Williamson. If you don't know who I am, I'm in Chicago, and I just think my background is cute today. So most of the time, I'm probably gonna have like one of those fake backgrounds, not gonna lie, but I just thought the flowers are cute, things like that, so you guys can see my background today. Anyway, these videos, I want them to feel like I'm talking to a friend, right? I want to make new friends, so hopefully this will meet new friends in the universe and things like that in the YouTube universe and bring new friends and colleagues to me. So I'm in Chicago today and it is July and it is crazy hazy outside. And I thought at first it was like the steam, but it's actually the debris from the wildfires. The sky is thick and you can see the thickness in the air is very interesting. I'm so sorry with what's going on in Canada. If we are getting smoke this heavy in Chicago, which is not, there's a whole state between the border, Canada, then I know the wildfires must be really bad. And I'm sorry with whoever is having to deal with those right now. But I am making this video. I'm starting a series of, I'm committing to posting daily online. So posting daily, and these will be very conversational videos, but I love seeing these posting challenges online. And I have notes. So if you see me look, I have notes. I'm not at the point where I can just talk this much off of my head just yet, but I want to have some notes so I can guide the conversation, even though I'm just chatting with you like a friend. But I love seeing these posting challenges online, especially the ones that have a cool goal behind them, the ones like I'm posting until I pay off my husband's debt, or I'm posting until I can buy a home for my family. I love watching people work towards something and bring, their viewers along the journey. I just love seeing the journey, the ups and downs, things like that. So I decided to start my own posting challenge. Scary face. I'm going to post until I can buy me and my baby a house. And so this is where I'm documenting that journey, but I'm posting a lot of places, posting to advertise my business, everything like that. I'm posting until I can buy us a house. Like I said, my last apartment became the Airbnb, and around the same time I was laid off. So now I have, business income, sporadic business income, touring income, and other side projects I work on. And the landlords where I'm at are not loving that income, not anywhere where they're safe and affordable for me and a reasonable commute to my daughter's school. Most of them want to see a traditional paycheck. They want to see pay stubs. So I'm either gonna make my own pay stubs and have the business income in my account to justify that. So my immediate goal is to find a place that will allow me to pay the year upfront or accept my pay stubs from the income that I'm earning, the pay stubs that I'm making for myself from my business that I've set up. And this is a side note, but I am done trying to qualify for a home with traditional corporate income. Twice when I was trying to close on a home, I got laid off. So I'm done doing that. I don't want to also be on the whim of someone deciding that they want to sell a property or completely do something else with the property, and then I have to move. And that has happened to me several times. I understand completely that home ownership comes with its own issues, but if you lose your job and you want to stay in your home, there's other avenues that you can take before you completely just lose your house. And with a landlord, you don't really have those other avenues. And some of the instability that I've had over the last few years, even 10 years with housing, has come from private landlords. And I don't think they're the problem. Private landlords are not the problem. I would not have housing if it wasn't private landlords, but they're able to do with it what they want to, right? As long as they follow the law. So the larger goal, like I mentioned, is to purchase my house from my business income. And I believe that social media would do that. My whole motto is I believe that social media is going to get me everything I want. And I'll talk about it later, but I want I want a house, I want a husband, and I want a multi-$100,000 business. So house, husband, $100,000, three H's. And I believe content can do that for me. So I have a few income streams I'm going to build and test during this time. But my first is my ACT and SAT prep business, and that's where most of my income I plan on coming from, or most of my focus. But I have a $2,000 program that helps students prepare for the ACT or SAT. My students get very good results, like moving from a 21 to a 31 with a span of 8 weeks. And this allows them to get full rides to scholarship, full scholarships to school. So parents have saved over $100,000, $150,000 on college expenses with this $2,000 investment. And honestly, a lot of my parents didn't even pay $2,000. There was a time I was charging $600. Then I moved to $1,600. And $2,000 to save $200,000, I think, is definitely worth the price. I work with really motivated students, students who want to go to the top schools, students who want scholarships. So those are the type of students that I work with, and those will be where most of my income will come from. Honestly, 15 clients will get me to that goal. So if I can find a way to get 15 clients. In addition to the coaching package, I have a $200 ACT prep on demand course that I will sell. So for people who maybe can't afford the one-on-one coaching, and then I'm creating a $30 book that students and parents can check out, or purchase. A lot of my clients are buying books from elsewhere. Why not just make my own book so they can purchase there? So for the tutoring, we have the ACT one-on-one, or hands-on course. We have the book, and then we have the on-demand course. So those income there. And honestly, if I can figure out how to post a lot, or post a lot of different places, or really get on my content game, 15 clients will get me there. So the next income stream is AI workshops and technology workshops. I've been doing AI workshops for 6 months now, and I've been doing most of them free, which is insane, especially when I need the extra income. So I am going to start charging for those. The first one I'm going to do is $15, and I'm going to go up from there. And I love doing these workshops. That's why I've been doing them for free. I've been learning on the way, but this is very valuable knowledge that other people are charging for. And that's what I'm going to do. So what I do in the workshops is I help entrepreneurs and business professionals learn how to use AI to write while still writing in their voice. So a lot of times you have these LinkedIn posts, articles, emails, newsletters, and you can tell automatically they're written by AI. We want to use AI to make content creation faster, but we want it to still sound human and sound like us. So I help people do that. And a lot of people don't know how to write. So that's a side note. And I feel like I want to start doing writing classes. Your kids, they have Google and AI now. Like, they're not even building the skill to learn how to write. And adults are relying so much on AI that they're not learning how to write either. I got to make the name sexier, but I really just legit want to have a writing class for people. And so workshops, that is my next inline and in-person workshops, my next income stream. And then my third income stream is technology and UGC brand deals. So for the last 10 years, I worked in technology, and a lot of that time I worked with strategy behind some of the biggest branches you can think of. And I look at their digital and analytics and data and help them come up with a strategy. And a lot of times, part of that strategy is finding influencers to make mini commercials for them. And a lot of times these influencers don't even have large followings. And we're giving them like $4,000 for a post, $2,000 a post, because that's cheaper than paying for a commercial and gets directly in front of the audience that they want it to, while it's sounding more natural. Now, UGC, you can do the same thing without having a large following. So I want to start utilizing my skills in marketing, digital technology, and things like that. I've been behind the camera or behind the strategy for so long. Want to start using that strategy on myself. I've seen the results, I've seen how much people have made, and I'm sitting on the sidelines. And I want to stop sitting on the sidelines there. And it's something that I want to do. It's not just like, I want to do this for the money. And people even ask that, did you get a tech for the money? Yeah, I got a tech for the money. But I like it too. Like, I really like it. I genuinely like what I do. So, yes, I'm doing it for the money, but I want to do it. I want to like it. I want to like it. I want to do it. I like it. I want to be in front of the camera. So here we go. I used to want to be a commercial model. So I feel like this is my way that I can be a commercial model on my own terms. Okay, so looking at my notes, what else? I mentioned I worked in project management, program management, digital transformation, e-commerce, technology. So I think I went through that. I went through that. Oh yeah, I want to talk about like how big how big of an opportunity, and this should be a whole nother video, honestly, but how big of an opportunity content creation is for people of color and specifically Black people. Really anyone watching this, but I'm speaking to Black people right now because I think we are not taking this opportunity as seriously as we can. I was reading Forbes recently, the Forbes top list of top creators, and I was looking through the list of top creators, and there's a big number of the top creators who are Black or have one Black parent. So some of the creators on that list were Drewski from the United States. He's one of the biggest comedy creators through his skits and characters. He might be the biggest or most highly paid comedian through his skits. There's KB Lame, like, well, skit comedy for skit comedy, Black creator. So there's Bruce KB Lame, who is from Italy, but originally from Senegal. He is the most followed person on TikTok. You've probably seen him. He makes silent reaction videos. And since they're silent reaction videos, anybody in the world can understand them or relate to them. He's making multi hundreds of $1 million brand deals without saying anything, but showing up on camera regularly. So Forbes estimated he earned around 20 million in 2025 alone. So insane. Kevin Bartlett is from Britain. Kevin Bartlett, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. He's from Britain and he has a Nigerian mom. He built a massive platform around business conversations and podcast interviews. So that's really exciting to me because I think he's the top creator. And so we have Black creators not only in entertainment, but who are business creators as well and dominating in that area. That's really exciting. And then we have Marcus Brownlee from the United States. He's one of my favorites. He built a career and a company revolving around reviewing technology. So any technology specs, you want to know what to buy, who to go, what is the best for your use, Marcus Brownlee. And the fact that like the top technology review creator is Black is really awesome to me and from the US. So Time also recently released a list of influential creators that include people like Drewski, Alandria, who made her a name on Love Island, which I think is pretty cool. She went on Love Island and she's like high, high fashion model now. Coco Jones, Christy Sarah, who makes these funny videos, basically. She's an influencer. Calvin Stage, comedian, clean comedian, which I think is also cool that he can be like such a clean comedian. And Jack and Ina, who is in cosmetology. So we have a Black woman dominating cosmetology and beauty, and I love that. And I think there's a huge opportunity for Black people to dominate across a lot of other industries because I mean we are entertaining, we give a different perspective, but then also sometimes there are Black people who want to hear this information for us. right? So a lot of black creators become successful because they were first comedians, which, makes a lot of sense. We're funny, we're good at storytelling, we create and influence the culture, especially Black American culture around the world. But I love seeing these black creators dominating in cosmetics, entrepreneurship, music, podcasting, and technology. And I'm a tech girly. We're also like making a lot of money in these industries. So I think there's definitely a lane, and I'm excited to put my, you know, hat in the whatever they call it, the ring for technology creators. You may be a project manager, a program manager like I am. Maybe you could start posting about project management online, right? There's a lot of people who want to become project managers, and almost every knowledge worker needs to learn project management skills. So posting that online, how many Black women technology reviewers do we have? I don't know one. I don't know any. So technology software reviewers, things like that, HR professionals, teachers. Are you a lawyer? I see a lot of lawyers doing really well at making law content online or finance content. I think there's a lot of room there. Even though there's a lot of people doing hair content, there's still room for you to put your spin on it. Nobody has your personality and your spin. And hair brands have money, and hair is something, or you know, what we need to upkeep our hair is something that we're going to purchase over and over again. So there's something like that. There's this lady who's like does meals, like Black meals. You could be like the Black Martha Stewart. And I don't want to say the Black Martha Stewart because you are who you are, right? But when I say that, you understand what I'm saying. This lady gets dressed up, makes these meals throughout Black American culture, and shares them so she can keep Black meals alive. I love it. I love the story behind that, and I love the meaning. I believe that food holds so much history, so that's really cool. Things like that. So whatever interest or passions or hobbies that you have, you can package that up and share it with the world and start making money. You know, you can start making money, real money, life changing money, generation changing money with things you have around your house, your phone. I'm using my earbuds as my speaker. I am recording this on Google Meets because that's what I have. And hopefully, this is sounding like a really cool conversation, virtual conversation that you're having with a friend, right? I know that the thought of making all that money can be overwhelming, but it just starts with consistency. There's another lady I follow. Her name is Glow Graphics. She has a business called Glow Graphics, and she has 100-day YouTube challenge. And I think that's one of the things that's really inspiring this, but and inspiring so many people and so many creators. But she's even from her AdSense revenue of having videos like this, she's making enough money to cover her monthly expenses, and that is really a goal of mine. Even my AdSense revenue to cover my monthly expenses from these conversations that I hope are helpful and will resonate with a lot of people because I want to live the life of my dreams. I am in middle age now. And I only have so much time left, and I want to live it. And I think that content creation is a way that I can live it, that will be a vehicle to help me get there. And I want you to live your life and you live your life to the fullest and express your passion to the fullest. And I think that content creation can be a way for that. So if you are a knowledge worker, because we think you have to be funny, right? Or entertaining to be online or into makeup. But I'm here for the knowledge workers. I'm here for the knowledge workers. If you are a knowledge worker who wants to make real money, scalable money, follow along. Follow along as I do this, and I'll share with you what I do, my lessons, my failures, things like that. And come on this journey with me. Let me know if you started because of something I said, even if it's later down the line, but follow along. And as my daughters say, my daughters, I have one daughter. My daughter says, "Let's do this." So, what can you expect from this channel? Let's talk about that. I'll share daily, like, what I've worked on that day and some lessons that I've learned. Weekly, I'll try to share any income I've made, and monthly, do a real summary of the income, like a formal summary of the income. And some days I'm gonna do an AI lesson. I'll just be like, "Oh, I learned this," and I'll share my screen, go live, and my AI lesson will be it. But if you are a knowledge worker, you want to learn AI and how to use it for your business or work, or you want to scale your income, this is the place for you. And I can't wait to have you on this journey with me. And I can't wait for you to see me collect the keys to my home. Thanks. Bye.